So today we're going to be looking at a Canon entry-level DSLR camera. How well can it perform? I'm going to take you along with me and we're going to go into town. We're going to use the camera with the kit lens exactly as you would buy it. We're not going to do any adjustments to it. I'm going to take a few photographs of daily things. We're going to put in automatic mode firstly to start off with and see how that does for us. Let's do a couple of buildings. So here's the first, Birmingham Mall Street. In the bottom left you can see the camera details and what the camera decided to shoot at. The reason we say the camera decided to shoot at is because it's in automatic mode. So the camera's decided those settings, and we're going to do a couple of photos in automatic. This is a fully zoomed out photograph. This gives you an idea of what the camera's lens is capable of and how much you can get in. I'm going to give you a side by side of the two photos taken here so you can see the difference in the zoom range. So a wide gets a full building in there nice and comfortably, which is the wide on the left hand side, and if you keep an eye on the taxi you can see how it zooms into that and it gives you an idea overall. We're going to actually turn this into manual mode now because we know what the camera wanted to do. Let's take a little bit more exciting photos. That bus that just passed us, I had a really slow shutter speed here, which you can see in the bottom left hand corner, the second number referred to as SEC, and that actually gave the bus some motion blur. So it's actually blurry coming into the shot past the train station, and it gives it a bit of an exciting look. Let's take a few more of these shots just to give you an idea of what I mean. So now I'm going to pan with the bus to make it a little bit more exciting. You can see the bus is slightly sharp, and if you look at the Mall Street in the background, it's actually blurry. Again, this is down to the shutter speed. So if you have a slow shutter speed, it introduces blur and it can give you a pleasing shot, which is a bit more interesting than a normal bland shot. So we're actually playing with a few basic techniques here to help you here. So we're going to go back into automatic mode and switch around and do some more photos. Let's see what else is here. There's a nice selection here of bikes, so maybe let's have a quick little look over here and see if we can do something interesting. So let's see how these work for us. So you can see here the camera in automatic mode is taking a photograph. Nice overall composition, nothing too exciting. ISO 100, 18mm, 6.3 and 2/50th of a second. So how can we make this a bit more exciting? Let's have a look. Shooting through things is always going to be interesting, so how about we try shooting through the bikes? So you can see that as a nice pleasing shot straight through the bikes, a bit of symmetry, and then the bus in the background. I think it's done a bit here now. Let's actually have a look around and what else we got. As I'm walking, I see all these nice little mid streets, and as you see things, take a quick snap. It's always handy to take extra photos that you think look pleasing or interesting. If you're using this in a holiday environment and you're going out and taking shots and photos, they're all memories at the end of the day. So here we saw some military police doing their rounds. This is at the full 18mm wide. As they walked towards me, I zoomed into 55. You'll see how the image got a little bit darker here. This is because the lens is not a constant aperture, so I had to make an adjustment to compensate for that, and now this image is a little bit brighter. And as they walked past me, I saw a few opportunities where there was loads of lovely fall leaves on the ground, and I used those just to give a bit of foreground interest to the tree and the main building behind it, building up a few layers in the photograph. And it's all about just keeping an eye out on what looks interesting and using that for your advantage. And you'll see little opportunities here and there as the sun shines through buildings and creates shadows. And I'm taking a lot of photographs here, giving you an idea of what's capable with this lens. These are very good backlit tree and building photographs, so giving you an idea of what can be. So here I spotted a nice opportunity because we saw this Navy sergeant, I think, but make sure to correct me with his rank if you know. You'll see it actually gave an option here for a nice backlit photograph, and I just kept an eye out and I saw the bus again and that man running down past the street, and I saw a few opportunities where I thought, you know what, let's take a few snaps here and see how these do. So the camera's performing very well overall, and there's a nice little session there. We did a few little mixed photo shoots. Ideally a cloudy day is better than a sunny day, however you can use that in your advantage. Like for example, you'll see sunny sections and shady sections, so use those to your advantage. And that was the session today. We'll do another one in the dark, so I'll see you on that one.